What's going on, everybody? Devil's Advocate here. Let's take a look at a video clip and then we'll try to unpack it and discuss.
Here is Ice Cube on prime time. Thank you for taking the opportunity, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Chris, your lead-ins are a little misleading.
How so?
Well, the Platinum Plan is not my plan. I came up with the contract with Black America, and I didn't run to go work with any campaign. Both campaigns contacted me. Both campaigns wanted to talk to me about the contract with Black America. One campaign said, "We love what you have, but let's really dig into it after the election." And one campaign said, "We love what you have. Do you mind talking to us about it?" And that's what I did. So I didn't run to nobody. And so that was real misleading to me.
Well, I didn't say you ran to anybody. I said that you had taken a pivot.
Well, you said I ran over to the Trump team instead of the Biden team. That's just not true.
Well, you are working with the Trump team instead of the Biden team, and people are giving you heat for it. What do you say to them?
Well, I'm willing to work with both teams, but I'm just working with whoever is willing to work with me. So the Trump campaign came to me and asked me to explain to them some of the contract with Black America. That's what I did. I'm not playing no more of these games, these political games. We're not part of a team. We have very broad problems, especially the wealth gap in this country when it comes to Black Americans. So I'm going to whoever's in power and I'm gonna speak to them about our problems specifically. I'm not going there talking about minorities. I'm not going there talking about people of color or diversity or none of that stuff. I'm going there for Black Americans, the ones who are the descendants of slaves.
All right, I want to stop right there. First and foremost, people need to understand that Ice Cube doesn't have to do any of this at all. He doesn't have to do any of this. This man is rich. This man is made, self-made man. He could be enjoying his life right now without all this static, without all this pushback and controversy. He doesn't have to do none of this stuff. So for people to give him static, for people to give him slack, for people to call him a sellout, for trying to do what he believes is a genuine, honest thing to try to help with some systemic issues in America is bad. It's bad. And that goes back to my comment when I said that I really believe that we need some type of de-brainwashing, de-programming service for a portion of the population in this country, because there's some people that are so deep-rooted in their ideology, they don't know how to see something good when it's sitting right in front of their face. Trump's Platinum Plan was a good plan. At least it's a plan. At least it's a step in the right direction. And then when people were like, well, good luck. You know, once you get into office, good luck seeing any of that stuff coming to fruition. Okay, so this man's been in politics for less than 4 years. Coming up on 4 years now. And he's made more progress than anybody else has in the past. That's a researchable fact. You can't contest it. You can't argue it. It's not conspiracy. It's documented proof. So how can you say that? His administration has a better track record for fulfilling their word and their promises than almost any other administration in the past. So again, how can you say that, and how can you make that point? You don't have to like the man. And actually, it doesn't matter. Anybody's feelings in the matter, anybody's emotion in the matter is irrelevant. This is a business deal. This is a business transaction. And when you look at it as such, a business transaction, people's emotions are irrelevant. It's either you're going to get what you want out of the deal or you're not. So, par for the course, he throws something out there for everybody to look at. The Democratic Party comes at him and says, "Mr. Cube, we love what you have. Let's talk about it after the election." Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like an historical trend? Ask yourself that question. Does that sound like something that might be a repeat of the past. And on the other side, Trump's administration says, come on, Mr. Cube, let's see what we got. Let's see what you got right now. And let's see what we can do to try to incorporate some of your Contract with Black America plan into the Platinum Plan. Granted, there's some things I saw in Cube's plan that obviously will not make it into the Platinum Plan because they're far-reaching. But at least it was a genuine effort to get down to business and try to figure out what could really be done. Because one thing that people have to remember about Trump's administration is that when President Trump ran for office, he wasn't liked by either side. He wasn't liked by the Democrat Party, and he was poorly received by his own Republican Party. And the only reason I believe that he ran as a Republican because he went the avenue that he thought he needed to go to get into that Oval Office. That's what he did. And that's why he got so much static from both sides. And he just started getting respect from his own party when people started seeing that he could actually get the job done. And it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, he's not a lifelong career politician. He's a businessman. He's a businessman that's in politics. And Ice Cube is out there trying to do what he genuinely believes is a good thing to help Black Americans, and people are spitting in his face and throwing dirt on him, which is absolutely insane. Who else is doing it? I don't see anybody else trying. All I see is a bunch of rich athletes pandering and doing symbolic things that with no real intention of doing something that is what I consider a long-range objective to change something. Bridging the wealth gap, fixing the education issues, bringing jobs into Black communities. These are all fantastic things that can help over time and over generations to help evolve the Black community to be more prosperous in America. To me personally, education is number one. I think once you start bridging that education gap, a lot of other things will start falling in line after that. That's my personal opinion. Because to me, education is key. And then when you got dumb people are limited in their opportunities to do stuff. That's just the way it is. And that's not just for Black people. That's just for anybody in general. But spinning off of that, a few days later, PDiddy decides that he's going to create his own political party. And then immediately after creating his own political party, endorses Joe Biden. Why? What's the reason for that? Why go off and create your own political party and then go endorse Joe Biden? And he says specifically right there, it's all about securing the Black vote. Why? To me, when you say that, to me, it feels like what you're doing is actually counterintuitive. It's counterproductive. You're literally making a push for the exact same thing that has kept Black people where they have been this entire time. Ice Cube trying to be a visionary, thinking outside the box, trying to break that glass ceiling and do something different, gets his name called out and people criticize him. And then P. Diddy does the exact opposite of trying to keep Black folks exactly where they've always been. In the pockets of the Democrats, not getting a damn thing but government handouts. Is that what you want? Is that the fear? That your government aid and government handouts are going to start dwindling down? People got to change the mindset. It's not about government handouts. It's about trying to make a change so that you can be self-sufficient and productive in society, to get away from government assistance. You want to navigate and gravitate away from that. And all that it comes with you have to reimagine your life as a whole. And I understand, once you've been doing things a certain way for a certain amount of years, it's hard to envision your life being any different. It's hard to envision things being any different. But so P. Diddy, to me, he's a clown. He's a clown making clown moves. Like, when I saw that, I was like, wow. To me, that really just came off as one of those dumbass rapper rivalries, Ice Cube's doing one thing, so I'm going to go out there and do the exact opposite. And then make a dumbass mistake on top of that. There's nothing constructive that's going to come out of what P. Diddy's trying to do. That's a destructive move in my opinion, my personal opinion. If you like the video, please press that like button. And if you find it in your heart to do so, consider subscribing to my channel. If you found this video useful, entertaining, or anything like that, please feel free to share. With all that said, thanks for coming out. Thanks for taking a look. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. Peace.